Nice, yeah. Yeah. Nice. I should make a video. If you have been on YouTube at any point in the last, I don't know, 10 years, then you for sure know who Shane Dawson is. A guy who made an 18 million subscriber channel, who specializes in covering conspiracy theories, who did a lot of blackface back in the early days of his channel. Cat lover.
I laid the cat down on her back and then I moved her little chicken legs, like, you know, spread open or whatever. And I was like, if I just like hump, but like on her tummy, like that's not weird. Like
Serial apologizer and double knee proposer. But did you know he's also a director? That's right. Shane Dawson has directorial credits. He actually has credits for 2 different movies. One of them being Smiley, a terrible horror movie about like some Omegle guy who, if you say Smiley into the camera, he comes and stab you. I don't know. Didn't watch the movie. Don't want to watch the movie. Not even going to read the synopsis. But he's a cast member in that movie. But he's also a director for a movie called Not Cool. Now, I'm not talking like YouTube movie. Not like, he didn't make it with YouTube Red, which was like a big thing a while ago.
I think there's someone hanging right there.
This is like an actual like movie with like movie cameras and shit like that he made. Now you may be wondering, how did Shane Dawson make a movie? And I'm here to tell you, wait a second, we'll get to that. Now I'm going to let you know off rip that the movie itself got a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is like super low. Now I know you saw the 70% audience review score and you're thinking, Brandon, you're being unfair. The critics thought it was ass, but what really matters is the fans of the movie. And I agree, most of the time the critics are kind of stupid and dumb. But let me read you some of these 5-star reviews that are being left. I'm a big fan of Shane, and this movie is amazing and hilarious. The best part is that I showed to my cousin, who doesn't really know who Shane is, and she loved it. The cast is perfect, and the directing is outstanding. All in all, I love this movie and so do my friends and family. I don't care what other critics say. This is a funny, romantic, heartbreaking movie. A girl who hates everything. A boy who loves himself. Coming together to find themselves in a blooming relationship. It's amazing. I love the part where Scott shaves his head in front of everyone. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. Tori starts to cry and then they end up kissing. This was the first movie that made me cry. What? This last 5-star review I'm going to read you, I think perfectly shows what every other 5-star review you're going to find is. I think this movie is awesome, and whoever hates on this is fucking fucked up, so shut the fuck up, because he spent the longest time on it. I bet none of you have seen his YouTube channel, so shut up. So clearly, a lot of the 5-star reviews are just simply because he's Shane Dawson. But Shane Dawson ended up making a movie because of a Starz program called The Chair. Now, the idea for the show is really cool. The idea is that 2 aspiring directors will both get $800,000 each and the same script, and they're told, hey, go adapt this script. Shane was actually part of the first episode. The creators were hoping to drum up a lot of attention for the show because back when it aired, Shane Dawson was a lot more popular than he is now. He actually won the competition, which I think he got like a bunch of extra money for. He beat out his opponent who made a movie called Holidayburg. I forget her name, but it's actually very funny because her movie got a better score on Rotten Tomatoes than his did. And I'm not talking like a marginal difference. Like she didn't get 20% while Shane got 17. She got 79% compared to Shane's 17. As a matter of fact, no one around the production of the movies seems to agree that Shane Dawson should have won the competition. Even the producer said that Shane's movie was a vapid waste of time and that Marta Musi's film was better, which was the person who made Holidayburg. Now, maybe Rotten Tomatoes is wrong. Maybe the guy who funded the movie and has a financial incentive for it to be good is wrong. Maybe the title of this video is wrong. The only way to find out is by watching the movie. Now, before we get into the movie, I'm going to introduce you to our 4 main characters. Over to the white void we go! Our actual main character is Tori. She got bullied in high school and never let it go. She hates high school, yet constantly brings it up. Is one of those early 2000s, I hate everything, I'm not like other girls girl. And is generally insufferable throughout the whole movie. Shane's character has apparently really good hair for this universe, is a photographer, even though this does nothing for the plot, and doesn't like college. Drew's character is obsessed with Baddie, a virgin, and that's it. His entire character is that he is a virgin, and he wants to freak on Baddie. Now, Baddie is bad, and she doesn't like Drew's character. She's also really lonely. So sad. It's so sad that she's so lonely. Now that we know all the characters, we can get into the actual movie, where we get to know exactly what kind of person Tori is when she reacts to her loving family like this.
Want to switch lives?
Now, mind you, we're supposed to like this character somehow. Now, the first few minutes of this movie is kind of worthless. It just sets up the character traits for all the characters that I just told you about. So we're going to speed run through it. But I need you to know that within the first 3 minutes of the movie, there are about, no joke, no hyperbole, like 12 terrible jokes. I'll actually give you a highlight reel of the first terrible few minutes so that you know what to expect for the rest of the video. This homeless guy eats shit. This same guy drinks piss out of his cup. This guy's jerking off in the bathroom, and Shane gets sucked off in the same bathroom. In the rest of the movie, I counted, by the way, there are 68 more sexual, just random jokes that we're supposed to laugh at. Now, mind you, that is a low estimate because if I was on the fence about whether or not it was like a sexual, unnecessary joke, I just didn't include it. There's probably more than 68 in the hour-and-a-half long runtime of this terrible movie. The only other notable thing that happens in the scene is that despite just sucking his dick, Shane's girlfriend breaks up with him. Aww. I know, man. How could you break up with Shane Dawson? Just look at that face. Now, despite hating everything, including parties, she ends up going to what she calls a kegger by the creek, which when we see the party, it's actually in a house and not by a creek at all. So I don't know why they added that part. You're just lying. Now, Drew's character ends up spilling Batty's drink on her, and he offers to help her clean up. Now, again, mind you, we're supposed to like these characters. And in helping her clean up, he sexually assaults her by grabbing her titty, and then also stares at her like a hungry lion looking at a gazelle. How are we supposed to like these guys, man? What are you doing? But the scene isn't entirely useless. It sets up the B plot line, which is kind of useless, but still, I digress. Batty needs to pass a class, and Drew's character offers to help her by helping her study. But actually, in reality, he's gonna take her on a secret date.
Okay, so this one is a bitch on the pricier side, but she pinned it multiple times to a personal Pinterest page, and I want her to feel as beautiful as I do right now, which is very...
I just want you to realize how fucked up this is.
So to give you a rundown, in the last 4 minutes, Drew's character sexually assaulted a woman, stared at her creepily, and is also trying to trick her and manipulate her into going on a date under the disguise that he is going to help her as a friend. Why is every character in this movie the worst? Now, despite hating everyone, Tori's character ends up recording a video for a girl. You'll see that a lot, where she claims to hate all these things, yet she keeps doing them. Why? You're choosing to be miserable. Cut it out. And this next scene is actually like the only joke in the movie that actually made me laugh, so I feel like I have to share it with you.
What am I gonna wear? Should I wear a suit? Or maybe one of those sexy-ass tight vests with like a dragon on it for no fucking reason? She's like, what's that? And I'm like, don't worry about it.
Now, Tori decides to leave the party after getting vomited on, and while driving home, we see Shane's character walking down the road. Now, I need you to pay attention to how he is walking down the road. He's clearly walking on a sidewalk. He then gets hit by Tori's car, and she comes out and says,
Shit. Look, I'm sorry, but you came out of nowhere.
Excuse me, you're lying. We see whenever he gets hit by the car, the headlights shine on his face, meaning he either walked into the road, which we saw he didn't do, he was very clearly on a sidewalk, or you drove up onto the curb to hit him. And based on your character, I think it's the second option. I wouldn't be surprised.
It can't be. How did you get back here before us?
How did we, Kronk?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Now, Tori hates Shane because Shane's character posted a picture from prom where she was crying, and they gave her the nickname Tori the Hoary, which traumatized her through high school. Okay. But despite hating this person, he asked for a ride to go stalk his ex-girlfriend. Now, the next few lines in the movie are my favorite because for sure, 100%, Shane Dawson wrote them in because nobody was saying this to him in real life.
Wow, because obviously she must be in a weird mental place to dump you, Mr. Perfect, with the amazing hair.
Think I have amazing hair?
Oh my god, you know you're attractive. It's annoying.
Wow, amazing hair and I'm attractive?
While they're sitting in the car talking, Tori comments on how Shane Dawson has great hair. Now, I'm not one to comment on hair. My hair in the past has been not good. 2014 was this great hair. Isn't he rocking like the Anthony Padilla cut from back in like early Smosh? So based on the fact that he apparently has great hair and also like he's just so super attractive, this is an alternate universe. This is meant to take place in a separate universe, kind of like a Spider-Man movie, where in this universe, Shane Dawson is the ideal beauty standards and not, you know, anybody else. I don't know. They do the thing in every like romantic teenage movie where they like jump onto each other and latch face and just start, you know. Only thing is, it kind of doesn't feel deserved because she's like ranting at him about how it's not high school anymore. She does that a lot.
Look, the whole point of going to college is to get away from all of the people that you hated in high school.
She claims to be over high school, but hey, man, that's all you talk about. And also, you're kind of like the meanest person all time because of something that happened in high school. You're still stuck in high school, just in a different way.
No, you look totally great. Not at all like a rhino who's been shot with a tranquilizer gun.
She's ranting about how much she hates high school, and then they latch face, even though, again, the only chemistry that they've had is that she said that he was attractive, and, you know, that's it. The next day is Thanksgiving, but one funny thing that happens in the scene is the fact that he brings out the turkey and the whole table starts clapping. I need to know, do you guys, like, do people do that? Please sound off in the comments if you start applauding when plates of food start coming out of the kitchen on Thanksgiving. Oh my God, wait, I forgot about this scene. I lied. There are two scenes that make me laugh in this movie. While at Tori's Thanksgiving dinner, her mom openly cheats in front of her husband. I don't know why it's so funny. Like the face he makes is so perfect. I like this whole little scene. But after, they do like a Dance Dance Revolution type thing.
Who wants to play Dance Central? I do!
I want to kill myself!
For some reason, Tori is not answering her phone, so Shane Dawson runs to her house. How does he know her address? I don't know. He just does. And then Shane and Tori go against each other in the dancing game. And if Tori wins, then Shane has to leave. And if Shane wins, Tori has to kiss him. Oh my God, the stakes are so high.
I want to play!
And while they're dancing, they're arguing. And it comes out that Shane is an aspiring photographer. Tori says it, while arguing.
Maybe I don't want a partner who's merely average sized, somewhat herky-jerky, and pays nowhere close to the attention to detail that one would expect from an aspiring photographer.
Tori wins.
This was never brought up the last 30 minutes of the movie, and also it has nothing to do with the next hour of the movie. So I don't know why they like made that a thing, but this will happen a lot where people will just come around at Shane and be like, you are this, you are that, and you are that, but they never show him being that. Like, they'll be like, oh, you're so selfish, but like, he's never like overtly selfish. It's bad writing, like I'm no movie critique, right? I'm like bad at all that kind of stuff. But when you constantly have to tell the viewer what the character is rather than just showing it through his actions and his, his previous stuff, then, maybe rewrite the movie. So Tori ends up winning, big surprise, and he has to leave, and he's all sad about it. And, while leaving, she feels bad, apparently. Why? This is what you asked for, man. This is what you want. You wanted him to leave. Now he's leaving. Now you rejoice. I guess now Tori has, morality. I don't know. The next day is Black Friday, and Tori and Drew are out dress shopping because Drew, earlier in the day, was Facebook stalking Batty to see all the stuff that she liked, and he's going to buy a dress for her to wear on the date. Which, by the way, dude, you're setting the bar way too high, right? I get paid in like sand and dog food. Please do not set the precedent that I have to start buying clothes for the first date, man. Please don't do that. But while shopping, Shane shows up and apologizes to Tori for showing up at her door unannounced, which is a pretty nice thing to do. But then she accuses him of stalking her, which would make sense, right? Because we've seen Shane do that thing in the past with, the other lady. But also, it's Black Friday, man, at the mall. You think you're the only one there? How full of yourself do you have to be like, on the day where you can get the best discounts on stuff that you, to be honest, probably don't need, you have to be here for me. I'm gonna start doing that for every store I go into. Are you fucking stalking me because I'm so hot and sexy right now? Stop it. So then a date is set up. Again, seemingly out of nowhere. Just earlier you hated him. You were like so pissed at him for stalking you, but now you're just like, what are you doing later? Getting away from you.
Oh my God. I didn't sleep with the cool guy. I slept with the formerly cool guy who's actually a big freaking dork. What are you doing later?
I don't know. Why?
Because we're hanging out.
So date secured, now wacky hijinks ensue. But before that happens, Kurt Angle comes in and tase him. Hey, all-American superstar Kurt Angle, what are you doing in this movie? Go wrestle or something, man.
And I'm a man who loves to play with boys.
And again, with the telling rather than showing scene, you know, they're in the car and there's a fuck it list, which is so lame. I hate the fact that I just have to say that, but it's like a bucket list of stuff that you just do because, you know, fuck it, might as well. And then she says this.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You're like so regimented. I mean, everything about you has to be like so fucking perfect or you like freak out. So what I'm gonna do is just loosen you up a little bit.
Even though, again, nothing earlier in the movie would suggest that. You're just coming in and being like, you are not nice to me. You are mean. Like, you're just saying shit. Show me, you know what I mean? Like, show him having like some sort of like OCD type freak out thing. But show me him freaking out because like he can't find one thing that he put in a specific spot. You know what I mean? Like, do something rather than just tell me what he is. Then we get a montage of all the fun things they do, which, you know, I'm not going to go beat by beat explaining everything they do, but I will tell you in this montage, there is a poop joke, a dick joke, a rape joke. They go to a sex shop, a racist joke. They show their asses. And also the homeless guy from earlier shows us his dick. And this could just be a me thing, so take it with a grain of salt. But at the end of the montage, it cuts to Drew and Batty going on their study date. And then after the date is shown, then they go back to Shane and Tori, which kind of doesn't make sense to me. Like, what's the point of cutting it up? You know, you might as well show the end of the montage and then show Drew and Batty's date. But, you know, I don't know. It just makes for weird pacing. I don't know. Anyways, so then their study date starts. And after, you know, talking for a little bit, Drew does this.
Piper's cramming way too many chapters into one test.
Well, I don't go back to Cornell until Sunday, so...
And I thought you were actually gonna help me study.
Don't lie. No, you didn't. You knew he wanted to freak on you. Like, what are we talking about? When he offered to help you, not even 3 seconds before, he was staring at you like you were a literal piece of meat and he hadn't eaten in weeks. And 3 seconds before that, he was groping you. What do you mean? I thought you wanted... No, you didn't. Don't lie. And despite figuring it out now, she continues on the date with Drew, which makes no sense because, again, she knows what his objective is. She knows that he just wants to freak on her, or, well, that he wants to freak on her.
Yes, please. I'm kidding. But seriously, you look really fucking good.
And then continues on the date and then gets mad at the end of the date when he continues to want to freak on. Like, you know what he was doing. Leave. Go do something else. You said 2 seconds ago that you didn't want to lead him on, which is a very, you know, nice thing to do. But to continue on the date, knowing what his objective is kind of leading him on, is it not? Am I in the wrong here? No, I'm never in the wrong. I'm always right. So then we come back to Tori and Shane, who, you know, just got done with all their antics, and they're in a high school. Even though, again, despite hating high school so much, it comes back up again. I don't know. Now we get more information on the infamous picture that she hates so much that she keeps bringing up that she herself posted, again, despite hating it so much. Now, it was taken on prom night, and the guy that she was into actually wasn't into her and just using her for a body. Boo, very sad. Shane takes a picture and posts it online, and apparently, like, everybody at her school fucked with it heavy. But immediately after, to make her feel better, Shane opens up about how terrible his life is and how he hates college and he's just not doing great. And in response, you know, she was very emotional and heartfelt with him, and he opened up to make her feel better, make her feel safe. And her response is...
And we will cue the CW soundtrack right there.
I mean, really, we were having a nice moment. You gotta be a bitch.
You are the worst character ever. He was being nice to you. He was being genuine to you, and you make fun of him? Now, okay, it's two people. He seems to be okay with it. Why am I bitching? Because later in the movie, he does the same thing where he'll make a joke while she's being serious, and she fucking, like, she bristles at it. She's like, oh, I can't believe you would do that. What? You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. It's so dumb. How can you have a character that's perma like a bitch all the time, but the minute somebody else is like a dick to her, or the minute that somebody else does to her what she does to other people, she fucking whines and cries? It makes no sense. And then Batty finds out that Drew is Facebook stalking her to like set up the perfect date.
You Facebook stalked me.
What?
Lacey posted that stupid shit on my wall like 6 hours ago about getting fucked up on Ethel.
What is Facebook? Is that a website?
In fact, this whole night has been a little too perfect, hasn't it?
And she gets really mad, which makes no sense because you knew that he was trying to set up the perfect date to fuck you. So like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like her, like each character in this movie seems so flippant. Like I didn't mention it earlier, but in the gymnasium scene, Tori got really mad really quickly. And then got really unmad really quickly. And she does the same thing here where she'll get really mad and then she just kind of forgets that she was mad 2 seconds ago. It feels like nothing matters, you know? Like nothing happens until like the last 20 minutes of the movie. By the way, I don't call her baddie to like, you know, objectify or anything. Her name, I'm not gonna lie, I just don't remember it. Because A, they barely say it, but also her entire character is that she's pretty. Like that's her whole thing, is that she's pretty, she's popular. So like, if you're gonna blame anybody, blame the movie. Blame Shane Dawson, guys. Shane Dawson made me do it. And again, despite knowing what he wants to do, he says there's one more stop on the date, and she agrees to go on it. Say no! No, you're letting him manipulate you. Stop. Drew takes Batty back to the vinyl store, which her dad owns, which I don't know if I mentioned earlier in the video, and I'm not gonna go back to check, but he takes her to the vinyl store, and there's a 2-person band singing, I guess, the intro to Degrassi. I don't know, never watched the show growing up. I was a cool guy watching Adventure Time. But then they play a slow song, and then Batty goes, "We have to slow dance," which is not a thing that happens in movies. Oh my God, I'm not attracted to you at all, but please get real intimate with me. Get real close with me. Let's dance to this song. Also, I feel like I have to mention the guy on stage looks just like Andy Samberg. Do with that information what you will. And unsurprisingly, after, you know, slow dancing for a little bit, they suck face. Which, again, just kind of feels like undeserved, I guess. Now, to be fair, I think it's just because we didn't see a lot of the date that was happening. But multiple times she was like, hey, man, I don't want to date you. I don't want to kiss you. I don't want to fuck you. And then you slow dance once and you're like, bring those lips here, baby boy. It makes no sense. But she runs off. Oh, she's destroyed. I can't believe I just kissed him. I gotta get out of here. And then the scene ends. Cut back to Tori and Shane freaking in the car again, where this beautiful, intimate scene happens.
You're beautiful, you know that?
If Shane Dawson started rubbing on my face and whispering that I was beautiful, I would be pretty sure I'm being murdered. Like 100% in the next 5 minutes, he's pulling out a knife and stabbing the fuck out of me. Don't do that. It's the next morning, and after talking for a little bit, turns out Shane doesn't want to go back to college anymore. And Tori gets really, really mad at that. Which, again, kind of makes no sense because Shane is going to college for photography, which is a creative like thing. You don't have to go to college for photography. And actually, for some people, it might be better to just explore their own style, make their own unique style, and set up like a portfolio and, you know, start doing weddings as soon as possible, all that kind of stuff. So her getting mad at Shane for not wanting to go to college makes, again, no sense. Now they're falling out. Now, I never want to see you again. Now it's time to resolve the B plot. We're back at the Vinyl Vault, and Drew and Batty are talking. They're confronting each other. Again, we're supposed to like this character. He's such a fucking incel, dude. She said multiple times, hey man, I don't want to date you. And then he acts surprised when she doesn't want to fucking date him. What are you doing? And also, you said multiple times, hey, I don't want to date you. Why are you sucking face with him? Nobody, okay, let me calm down. It's 2 a.m. Let me calm down. Nobody in this movie makes sense. It makes no sense for you to continue the date knowing that he wants to fuck you. You know that his goal is to fuck you. Stop going on the date with him. And also, it makes no sense for him to continue the date knowing that she doesn't want to fuck you. Hey, dude, she doesn't want to fuck you. Stop the date. Like, this so easily could have been avoided if both of these people, like, had, like, respect for the other. Like, what are you doing? Now, obviously, Drew's character is, like, way worse than Batty. I'm not acting like they're, like, equally at flaw here. But I am saying Batty could have easily avoided the situation by just not. And then immediately after, he says this.
To be fair, you warned me ahead of time that you weren't interested.
Hey, so man, if you knew, why are you getting mad? Okay, wait, that makes no sense. To be fair, I knew you were interested in me, so I guess I just got mad at nothing. What? Stop, please. End the movie now, please. Okay, I lied again. There are 3 things in this movie that make me laugh, and no more than 3. It will not go above 3. But this scene, it got a little giggle out of me.
Okay, I can live with that.
Oh, Joski.
Oh, Jane. Sorry. I didn't. Okay.
Now we're at another party. Do parties happen this often? Guys, let me know. Do parties happen this often? Because I don't think they do. Either they don't happen this often, and I'm right, or I'm just not invited to them, which can be true. I'm super popular and funny and handsome. So, yeah, it's got to be the first option. Now we're reintroduced to Shane's ex-girlfriend. You know, the one that got freaky with him, you know, in the stall. You remember, right? Please tell me you remember.
Her! You're telling me that you had sex with that butter everything? Did somebody say butter?
Hey, guys, do you get it? She's fat. Do you get the joke? The joke is that she's fat, therefore she is ugly. Do you get it?
Oh, Scotty, I missed you so much. For reals, boo. Let's go back to the way things were.
She wants to get back together with him, but he's a changed man now. He doesn't want the same things anymore. So he huffs and he puffs, and he stomps away to remove himself from the situation. Good on him. Drew nor Batty could do that, so I'm glad one person did at least. And the weird editing kicks in again, because even though nothing really happened in this scene, we move back over to Tori's perspective at the engagement party, where she's actually finding out, wow, I really like that guy. Maybe I shouldn't kick him out of my life because he doesn't want to go to college anymore. Who would have thought? But in this scene, this joke is made.
My God, how do you accept Gil? I drink a lot. I'm actually not even blind. I'm just in a constant state of blackout drunkenness.
Now, I'm not joking when I say this. The first time I watched this movie, I could not tell if that was like a joke to be like, you know, caring or anything like that, or if that was like true. You know what I mean? Like the writing in this movie is so absurd and bad that I genuinely thought that she was just perma drunk all the time and not actually blind, especially considering earlier in a scene, it brought up how she can paint really well. I feel like that's just a testament to how bad the movie is, right? Because the fact that I can't tell the difference between like sincere dialogue and a joke just kind of makes the whole movie seem like a joke, but not in a good way, like not a good joke. But here, Tori's going to go to the party that Shane is at to go win her man back. As you should. You go, girl. You do your thing. We're back at the party now, and Shane and his ex-girlfriend are in a bedroom together because, you know, fuck it, they are. I don't know, man. There's 10 minutes left in this movie. Let's just get the video done, please. And immediately after, we get a scene where Shane is being raped. The woman, his ex, is bouncing on him while he's going, no, I do not want this. I think we're meant to laugh at this. And she's going, I love you so much. And he's, you know, in contrast going, I hate you. I cannot tell if we're supposed to be laughing at this or if we're supposed to feel like bad about it. Cause there's no like cues about like, oh, this is so terrible. Again, just kind of a testament to how bad the writing in this movie is. Because earlier in the movie, you already made light of rape once. So I can't tell if you're doing it now. Simply because the tone of your movie is kind of shit. Then immediately after saying he hates her, she says, I hate you too. So like, again, that just solidifies in my mind that, you know, this is meant to be funny. But Tori walks in and sees the scene that's happening, and she interprets it as Shane and his ex getting back together, and she's crushed and destroyed, obviously. And then immediately after, this scene happens.
Tori, wait! Come on!
Let go of me!
It wasn't what it looked like, okay?
No, I came here to apologize. I came here to tell you that I like you for who you are, only to find out that you are a fucking asshole!
That's not what it looked like. Heather basically raped me.
Oh my God, she weighs 90 pounds! 87!
Again, we are supposed to root for her. We're supposed to root for this couple. You are a bad person. You are a bad person. If someone comes up to you and says, I was raped, and then you go, you should have just fought back, literally. Go do something else besides living. And that's all I'm going to say. And then she leaves the party. Thank God. Shane, I'm going to talk to your character here, man to man. Do not chase after her. That she's victim blaming. It's not cool. Not cool at all. And then immediately after, Shane yells that he was raped, you know, as like a final anguish, no type shit. It's his Darth Vader moment. And then the indie guy hosting the party goes over to the board where it says, oh, 0 rapes happened at this party, and changes it to 1. So again, I think they're trying to satirize, you know, it happening, which kind of just doesn't work for me because, you know, rape in and of itself already is not funny. And I can't tell if I'm supposed to feel bad for Shane because you're constantly making light of something that's supposed to be really bad happening to him. That is really bad happening to him. You need to have a consistent tone when it comes to these kind of things. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Anyways, immediately after, Shane pulls his sister into a room and he needs help because she doesn't like him anymore. And this is where we learn that actually Shane and his sister don't have a good relationship at all. Again, they're telling us all these things. Oh, you never liked me. You were always so mean to me. You were always so self-absorbed, despite never showing this. But there's this bitter rivalry. You know, she fucking hates him because he's so mean and self-absorbed. And then, you know, 19, 20 years of, you know, animosity is gone away with one hug and one apology. Oh, and also she ruffles his hair, which again, like, let's stop acting like Shane has perfect hair, right, guys? This is the peak male hair. He gets an Einstein light bulb moment. Eureka! He knows what he has to do to get her back. So he runs over to her house and pulls out some clippers. Shane, no, don't. I like how he passed it through his hair one time and like nothing fucking changed. The lame ass delivery of this and then nothing happening. I hate this climax. Shane gives a long speech about how he's an asshole and he's the worst, even though, again, we kind of saw none of that. And also, the only reason she's mad at you is because you got raped. So maybe don't apologize, because that's kind of not your fault. And then he shaves his head bald. Oh, I can't believe it. Here's perfect hair. It's kind of like when I shaved my head. Right, guys? You guys remember that? Like 4 people watching this will remember that. And then there's this line. And again, I hate to bring it up like 4 times, but not really.
It was rape, all right? I swear to God, she tricked my penis into a boner.
She tricked my penis into a boner. You are reinforcing harmful stereotypes. Why? Well, just because you have a boner doesn't mean you like it. That makes no sense. I wake up rock hard all day. Does that mean I like sleeping? Oh, well, I do, but you know what I mean. Like, it makes, like, you cannot use rape as like a plot point of like, you know, this bad thing is happening, but then proceed to make 14 jokes about it and also joke about it as it's happening, right? You have to handle it with the weight of what it is. I don't know, man. This last like 5-10 minutes of the movie really fucking suck because they don't drop it. It's so annoying. And then there's another party for the last 9 minutes of the movie. Thank God. We almost went 30 minutes without a party. Oh, jeez. And then they play the fucking Dance Dance Revolution song they played before. And they get in the middle of the dance floor and they bust it down with these sick ass moves. They form a circle around these unstoppable moves and everybody's fucking cheering. And everybody's clapping, everybody's cheering them on. Oh yeah. And then a slow song plays. And then they dance. I don't know, man. This is like, what the fuck kind of party? What party plays a slow song? What are you doing in the movie now? Oh, well, that is actually the end of the movie. But then Tori leaves us off with a nice, solid piece of advice.
Sorry, but the world does not need to know how I feel every second of every day. Call me crazy, but I think that as soon as we comment on the present, we kind of lose it forever.
Hey, so that's wrong. I never understood this rhetoric that, like, you know, taking pictures or videos of what's currently happening takes you out of the moment. I'm enjoying what's happening so much right now. I want to save it for later. So yeah, man, take pictures, take videos. Don't tell people not to preserve their memories. What are you doing? Go get a job or something. But yeah, that's the end of the movie. Overall, I would give it a solid 2 out of 10. I don't know, man. The 2 points come from the fact that, like, again, I laughed 3 times and the 2 women in the movie, the 2 women main characters are like kind of fine as hell. So, but yeah, so that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Join the Discord. I also stream on Twitch. You should come by.